So, in this series, I'm going to be helping you go from a boosted permafreshy stuck at 800 elo to being the boss raider to the boss raid E. So, I'm Toyu, and I was at around 1.8k elo at my peak, and I'll be helping you improve your PvP skills with these 5 simple tips. So, stick around. So starting off, uppercutting is it's one of the best things you can be using in your gameplay because it's really useful for mixing up. It's a lot faster than M1s on some weapons, and it just catches your opponents off guard a lot, and it creates a lot of combos. So I'd only really be using uppercuts on weapons with a lower swing speed, so probably lower than 0.75. So that would be most medium weapons, hero blades, heavy weapons. So if you want to uppercut, you're gonna just want to hold control and then spam M2. So if you want to use it in your fights, I recommend that you only really use it right after a parry. So if you just parried a move, you should kind of be spamming control and M2 right away, so it comes out as fast as it can, and it's usually actually a lot faster than an M1, so it catches them off guard a lot. And I'd also use it right after an M1, so that it can kind of mess people up too. So if you land an M1 and then uppercut right after, that works too. One last thing is that after landing an uppercut, you can pretty much guarantee that, well, most of the time, the enemy is probably going to vent. Now, using that to your advantage, after landing an uppercut, you can do this thing called vent baiting or vent predicting. So what you're going to do is you're going to land your uppercut, and once you've landed your uppercut, you're going to roll cancel backwards straight away, not forwards, because if you roll cancel forwards, then you're going to do that air dash thing, and then it's kind of going to mess you up. So you're going to land your uppercut, you're going to roll cancel backwards, and usually, I'm going to show a clip, it can kind of you can kind of bait out their roll, you can predict their roll, and they'll be in vent stun or whatever, and you can carry on your combo, and it usually leads to so much damage. So I definitely recommend doing that too. So mantra feinting is another very reliable thing to do. It's really good mix up. So you can mantra feint by literally just using the mantra, right? And then while it's winding up, you're gonna want to just left click and right click at the same time. So say you want to do Gale Lunge 2, right click, left click, exact same time. It's gonna feint it. So it's gonna it's gonna stop the mantra, and it's kind of like an M1 thing. So you can feint all mantras, but here's a list of all the mantras that I would recommend feinting, because some of them aren't very good at feinting. So here's the ones that I would use. As this is a beginner playlist, I'm not gonna go too in depth in it. I'm gonna keep it simple, but just practice this one move order, because this is the main use of mantra feinting that most people do, and it's basically mantra feint, M1, and then use that mantra. So this order works with almost every mantra, and it's basic mix-up that catches most people off guard. So I'm gonna play a clip of that now. So roll cancelling is literally just cancelling your roll before the whole animation is played. So you might be thinking, why is this useful? Now, it's really useful because it gives you the iframes of rolling, but it doesn't it doesn't have any end lag. So once you've roll cancelled, you can do whatever you want afterwards, and it's instant. So if you want to roll cancel, all you have to do is just right click during your roll. So you press Q and then you right click basically ASAP. And now I would let it play a bit, but most of the time you're going to want to do it as soon as possible. So I would use this instead of rolling in almost all cases, because if you're trying to dodge I don't know, something, if you're trying to dodge a combo and you roll normally, it's going to leave you an end lag. So unless you're trying to roll Manikati, because roll cancelling has some sort of weird thing with Manikatti where it doesn't count. So if you're facing a Silent Heart user and they use Manikatti, then you can roll normally. But most of the time, I'd use roll cancels. So some good mix-ups with roll cancelling include roll cancel M1ing, and also M1 feint roll cancel is like a really good thing to just like catch rolls and to like catch mantras. So yeah, roll cancelling, I would be using this instead of rolling like all the time. So please use with that information what you will. So every weapon has a critical, and most weapon crits are pretty useful, I'd say, like either for posture breaking or just for like mixing up or whatever. So for example, like base medium critical or base heavy critical, I would use those like right after a parry or just mid combo after an M1. But for some criticals, like for example, let's say base dagger critical, the 3 swinging one, I would use that like kind of delayed after a parry, because most people like tend to predict parry against dagger. So if you kind of just wait, not too long, if you literally just wait like half a second and then crit, that's probably the best use case of it. And you're gonna do a lot of posture, do a lot of, if you have obfuscation, you'll do a lot of damage. And also, if you want to know like other stuff about using crits, literally just look up like a YouTuber and watch their gameplay and how they use the crit, and kind of just copy them. Like top chime players, watch them. So for the final tip, I'm going to say parry timings are very important. So what you should try to be doing is like 1v1ing your friends as much as you can and trying to learn as much as the parry timings as possible. And although this comes with a lot of practice, you can kind of, you can look up good players, chime clips like top 250 chime montage, whatever, or just watch like top chime players live streams, whatever, and see kind of when they parry all the mantras, or just kind of try and like learn all the mantras in the game, basically. So something I recommend is nobody do is like predict parry. So if you have higher than like 50 ping, I would recommend, I mean, you can predict parry, like, let's say daggers and light weapons, but for most people, if you have, like, between 500 and, like, I'd say 110 ping, I would say always try to react parry to, like, mediums, heavies, some light weapons. React parrying is basically literally just, like, instead of just pressing F right after, you swing, you actually have to look. The second they move, then you press F. So, like, if you're parrying the air, then you're going to be wasting your parry a lot. You're going to be blocking a lot more instead. So it's really not that good. So yeah, I'd also ingrain roll cancelling a lot. So like literally right after a missed parry, I'd want to roll cancel most of the time, all the time, if not. So like if you parry and it's missed, they 100% have feinted or something. So literally just make sure that you roll cancel straight away after that. This will basically help you get posture broken less and not ensure that you fall for less mix-ups and feints. So yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. I know it's quite a long video, but if you made it all the way, then you're a legend. You're a goat. So yeah, next video in this series will be coming soon. So give me a couple likes if you want me to do that. And my next video is probably going to be like a Thundercall kind of tutorial on how to use Thundercall like competitively in PvP. So yeah, thank you for watching, and with this video you can become the demon of Deepwoken. So yeah, just keep playing in it. And yeah, go sub to my OnlyFans too. Cheers.